So, tonight's episode of Metaphysical Monday Madness is on Beltane. Whoever's watching, say hi. So tonight, Thursday night, Friday is Beltane. April 30th, March 1st. And I decided that tonight, I'm going to just do a little bit of overall information. I think I have a ritual written down. I don't know. I don't remember everything I have written down. But let's go ahead and get started with the information. I'm going to try to keep this short tonight instead of the usual hours. So, alright, so May 1st is Beltane in the Northern Hemisphere, and on that day, we honor nature's oldest love story. Beltane means bright fire, and in Earth-based traditions, it represents the symbolic marriage of the god and goddess and their eternal embrace. According to ancient lore, the two have been separated all winter long, and their glorious reunion on Beltane is celebrated with food, drink, and multicolored maypoles to symbolize female energies wrapping themselves around the male form. The entire world comes alive with new life and bright colors to celebrate this union of the divine feminine with the divine masculine. This holiday is a celebration that honors the divine balance in the union of masculine and feminine. Having reached maturity after their long wintry separation, Lord and Lady can now come together as one and give birth to new life, ideas, passions, projects, and wonderful expressions of unbridled sensuality. Beltane is one of I took notes from somebody else. So, Beltane is one of my favorite Celtic holidays. It honors fertility, abundance, sex, and the growth of everything beautiful on Earth. It is widely hedonistic and teeming with abundance, fertility, fire, and fun. All the symbols of Beltane are sexy, right down to the ritual way in which the Beltane fire is usually lit, by striking two pieces of wood together, rubbing and grinding until the sparks fly. Fires are the traditional staple and symbol of Beltane. Traditionally, pastoral herds were driven through two fire posts for blessing and purification. The young unmarried men would then leap over the bonfire and wish for a wife, while young women would leap to ensure their fertility. Jupiter, where are you at? Oh, he's up there. Hold on, I'm gonna get the cat. Come here, Jupiter. Yeah. Here we go. Hi. Where am I at? Okay. Beltane is the day to embrace the divinity of our sexual nature. Like Samhain, the opposite holiday on the wheel of the year, this is also a time when the veil between the realms is thin, and it is an ideal time to communicate with the spirit world, especially nature spirits. Yes, Stephen, there's Jupiter. Hey, Tanisha. Alright, so 5 simple rituals for honoring Beltane. Alright, 1. We are surrounded by the beauty and bounty of Mother Nature. Decorate your sacred space in full living color with roses and flowers in every shade imaginable. Bring out your gems and minerals in a variety of colors and shapes. Hang colorful framed art that speaks to you. Remember, this is a celebration of life. There really is no better place to reflect the divinity of the natural world than in your own home. 2. Embrace your creativity and craft your own sacred maypole using found wood, rainbow ribbons, and top it with a quartz point or another beautiful gem from your collection. I was actually going to do a maypole in this video, but because I was charging my phone, I forgot to grab the supplies. So I will do a separate video of that and insert it into the video for my YouTube channel. Alright, hey everyone, so last night I did the live video on Beltane, and I wanted to include a couple of DIYs, but my phone needed to charge and I forgot to bring out the supplies. So this is the first little craft. It's going to be a maypole for my altar. So I have my glue gun, which is already heating up with a paper towel under it. Something I can stick under it. I have a long dowel stick. I'm just going to leave it plain. I'm not going to paint it or anything. I have scissors. I have some different ribbons in here, and I have some in here, as well as a couple of fake flowers that I'm going to use. I have some beads. Some of them are painted, some are not. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I'm reusing this little fishbowl jar thing. It has the little clear rounded stones that you can get at like the Dollar Tree or whatever for weight. I also have a piece of foam in here, but that's because I use it for my my little felt flowers that I do on the chopsticks. I stick them in here. So I'm just basically reusing this for my maypole. I also have some little a bag of moss that I got from Dollar Tree, which is already in here too. So this is going to be really easy because I got most of the work done. But I'm taking this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and just stick this down in the foam like that. And then I am going to decide on some ribbons. I'm only going to do a couple ribbons because I don't have many color choices for Beltane. I did pick purple flowers. As you could tell, purple is one of my favorite colors. I do have some white ribbon. Where's the thinner one? So I'm going to use thinner white ribbon, and I'm just going to cut it down to fit on here. Just untying a knot that wasn't there. Okay, I'm going to use the thinner one, and then I have some purple. I can get probably two. I'm going to get 2 ribbons out of that. That'll be by base of my size, I think. I don't know if I can do 2 of this one. Okay, it'll probably not be quite the same size, but I got this ribbon. It has little flowers on it that I'm going to use. And I have the white ribbon. And I think I have in this basket, I'm going to use the butterfly one. I have black, but I don't want to use black. Black is not. Maybe I'll tie this ring that I have loosely in this basket on here. I have some pink lace that maybe we can use, and I have some purple lace, and then maybe some don't know about that one. That one might not be long enough. I do have there it is. And I have some dark purple. Let me go ahead and peel. And this one is actually a more of a see-through type ribbon. And then making sure that's it. And that is all I'm going to use for that. So I'm just going to cut this ribbon down real quick. So I got this purple one. I'm just going to cut it in two. Like that. Not perfectly, but that's okay. Got this one too. I recommend making sure that you have a good pair of scissors on hand because obviously I don't. Then I'm just going to cut the white. Two lengths of the white. And then some of the purple. And then some of the lace. And lace. Oh yeah. And basically just gonna attach the different ones around the on top of the dowel. So I'm just gonna take the pink and push it down and take one of the solid color ribbons and push it down. You can use anything really to make your own. I'm just using what I already have. I'm going to you can use ribbon, lace like I have. You could do present ribbon. All I'm doing is just like layering glue in the ribbons onto. Ouch! And that hurt. Ow. I would suggest having something to push down on the hot glue so you don't burn your fingers. I am planning to get these little finger protectors, but haven't made it to the store to get them yet. So I just burnt my finger and that hurt. I'm going to use my scissors to push down. Alright. And I'm just gonna like turn it as I'm going here. Probably gonna do this. Using my scissors, not the smartest thing to use. A chopstick or another stick, or you know, something that you could use to tap the hot glue down would work. I'm actually not doing this in any particular pattern. I just want to glue it down on here. Be careful. And then I'm just gonna do this purple one, this ribbon on top. And then the other two purple ribbons. Then I'm going to stick this on top of here, like so, with my scissors. I'm going to go in and unplug this. I mean, it'll still be hot for a few minutes, so enough time to glue the rest of this stuff on here. So what I wanted to do was to help with hiding the extra stuff on. Why is my thing not wanting to stay? Okay, it's not want to stay all the way up, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I was going to use a green one, but I think I'm going to use the yellow one, just a little bit smaller. And it doesn't have any paint on it, so which one? And I'm just gonna glue it on top like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue these little flowers I have on top. Maybe I think I'm gonna do it kind of like around the yellow bead to just, you know, kind of hide all that extra loose pieces. And I'm just gonna do it around this way. Maybe? No. Kind of, it's gonna be kind of messy. I don't like that. Okay, I'm just gonna try to stick this into the bead. There we go. I'm just gonna press it down like that. Try to fluff that out a little bit. That bead does not want to stay on there. Stay on there. Okay. Yeah. It's not wanting to work. I'm gonna take that off and then glue this flower part. Oh, I'm gonna cut part of the. I'm gonna cut part of the plastic part off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue this on here, kind of on its side. Like that. And then glue the bead on top of it, like this. It looks kind of funky, but it's okay. It's just for my altar. Like that. I'm trying to push this at an angle because it's so loose. Okay, so there we go. We have a little maypole for my altar, and so I have this. Also have this ring, and I have a little bit of embroidery thread. Let me see if I can't do a quick little tie it to the, since you know Beltane, it has to do with fertility, and quite a few people actually get married or hand fasted at there's still some glue on here at Beltane. I actually got my second hand fasting at Beltane in 2001. I know y'all can't see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to basically tie this ring, and I added a little glue for support, just as a little extra on here to cover this little piece of stem that's sticking out. Wrap the excess around the bead a little bit. Okay. And then let me get a close-up for y'all. See, there's the ring. And there is my little maypole for my altar. If y'all do a maypole, I would love to see. Y'all can tag me on Instagram or Facebook. And I am going to get set up for another quick DIY, and I will be right back. Go outside and build a sacred fire. And if you really want to party like an ancient goddess, dance around it with your partner or friends. In ancient times, this was done naked after drinking a fair amount of wine. But even a tame and fully clothed fire ceremony can be very sacred and fun. 4. If you're looking to attract your twin flame, light a purple and green candle on the evening before May 1st, and again on May 1st night, and visualize that relationship coming into your life, asking that it manifests for your highest good and the highest good of all. Number 5. Finally ask yourself and your guides in meditation what it would look like for the garden of your soul to burst fully into bloom. Imagine 1,000 of your dreams like flowers spreading their glorious multicolored petals. What would it look like for your soul fire to engulf you in flame? Visualize your fire and your blooming in as much detail as possible, and then get to work on making those visualizations come to life. You are powerful beyond your imagination. If you desire it, it shall come to pass. Some of the correspondences for Beltane. Some symbols are bonfires, the Wicker Man, maypoles, goddess and god figurines, goats, rabbits, honeybees, fairies, satyrs, antlers, flowers, garlands, knots, strings, the wild hunt. Some of the deities for Beltane are Bel, Oak King, Green Man, Pan, Serenus, Cupid and Eros, Dionysus, Faunus, Mauve, Tanit, Flora, Gaia, Danu, Hern, Jack in the Green, May King, Aphrodite, Artemis, Wadwin, Bridget, Diana, May Queen, Flora, Ishtar, Persephone, Maya, Ocean, Venus, and Vesta. Some of the herbs and flowers are oak, birch, forsythia, dandelion, crocus, tulips, violets, rowan, hawthorn, mint, dill, mugwort, coltsfoot, rosemary, lilac, roses, cinquefoil, daisy, cowslip, all flowers, honeysuckle, St. John's wort, and woodruff. Some of the stones and gems are bloodstone, orange carnelian, emerald, jasper, rose quartz, sapphire, amber, green aventurine, and malachite. Some of the foods are spring green salad, strawberries, Beltane cakes, also known as fairy cakes, red and pink wines, cherries, dairy, honey, and bread. Some of the animals, bees, butterflies, doves, frogs, rabbits, stag. Colors for Beltane are blue, green, pink, and yellow. The goddess archetype is the maiden, and the tarot card is the lovers. Okay, say hi. Alright. Some more rituals and tips that I found. Some do a witch's ladder. In this, so this one says, for our ritual, we are going to cast a witch's ladder spell. A witch's ladder is an old form of not magic, which we've discussed in the first Metaphysical Monday Madness post. Traditionally, it is a braid of 3 strings with 9 feathers woven in. To weave them in, you must tie 9 knots, and each one of them reinforces the spell. Witches' ladders are mainly used for positive magic. In other words, to attract something to you. Some witches use them like rosaries or prayer beads to count their prayers in mantras. But this is an entirely different topic that we will not cover today. In addition, Beltane is the perfect time to make a witch's ladder because it mimics the sacred marriage. By joining many threads together, we reenact the union of the god and goddess, and we reinforce the power of our magic. So the Beltane weaving ritual. It says, perform this ritual the night before Beltane, April 30th. If you are in a hurry, you can make yours witch's ladder in advance, but you must wait until April 30th to perform the complete ritual. What you'll need is 3 rips of color that corresponds to your goal, 9 objects that represent your goal. Try to take 9 of the same type. Examples are 9 seashells, 9 crystals, 9 bees, 9 feathers, 9 dried plants, etc. Some Beltane incense, some Beltane music, which is something upbeat that you can dance to. Basic altar setup and Beltane decorations, which you can refer to the correspondences I went through earlier. A small temporary maypole, which I am going to be inserting one that I make into the video for the YouTube channel. Anything vertical will do. A pillar candle, a small tree branch, even your wand. Fill your cauldron with soil or sand and solidly stick your pole inside. Place it in the center of your altar. If you are outside, use a small tree. A cup of red wine for libation. If you are not a drinker, you can get some juice instead. There's cranberry juice, really any type of juice, but if you want like a red juice, then I would suggest cranberry juice. Or you can even do fruit punch. You don't have to do wine. Optional is a representation of the goddess and god, which I don't really use representations of them, which I'm going to show you on my altar, but not tonight. I'm going to show it next Monday, because next Monday I'm doing a special topic on birthday magic, because my birthday is not this Saturday, but next Saturday on the 9th. So I'm going to do a special birthday magic topic next Monday. So, spell preparation. Prepare the space and yourself like you usually do. Gather all your material and set the altar. Close the sacred circle. Summon the 4 guardians of the watchtowers and your spiritual guides according to your tradition. So the invocation from the source I pulled this from says, invite the goddess and gods, say a prayer like this one. Perfect for you, Sandy, since your birthday is on Monday. So goddess and god of Beltane, I invite you into the sacred circle. Persephone, Bridget, Maya, Aphrodite, Bloodwit, fair maiden of the many names, hail and welcome. Belanos, Ceranos, Dionysus, Pan, Green Man, strong warrior of many names, hail and welcome. The incantation says, gaze at your representations of the goddess and god, and take a moment to feel their presence in the circle. When you are ready, state your purpose out loud. Say something like this. In the night of Beltane I weave, feminine and masculine, active and receptive, joined together as one, while in the opposite unite, the knots are tied, and my wish is fulfilled for the greatest good of all. So mote it be. Clearly visualize your goal in your head and start weaving your ladder. Connect the strings together by tying the first knot. At the same time, add the first object, then braid the rest of the strings. While you are doing it, repeat your goal out loud to stay focused. When you are done, tie the rest of your objects in the order shown below, which, ignore that part. Say each line out loud as you are fastening each knot. Feel free to customize your witch's ladder to your liking. For instance, you could add multiple objects on each knot, or you could draw runes, sigils, symbols, or words on your objects. Be creative. Casting. When your witch's ladder is complete, tie one of its ends to your maypole. Put your favorite Beltane music and dance around the altar while you are winding the ladder around the pole. Don't think about how you look like. Enjoy the moment and have fun. Nobody is watching you anyway. Hello, Lady Anvil! Alright, Sandy, I will send you the link once I get it up on YouTube. Libation. When you are done dancing, take a sip of wine or your juice or fruit punch or whatever you use in its place. Yes, Sandy, I will have it on the House of Sage and Lavender channel. Because I'm going to, when I edit it, I'm going to upload, I'm going to insert video on just a little maypole for the altar. Then, if you were outside, empty the cup on the ground as an offering to the god and goddess. If you are inside, pour the rest of the wine in your offering bowl and leave it outside afterwards. Thank the goddess and god, release the guardians, and open the circle in the same way that you closed it. After the ritual, hang your witch's ladder on a crossing point such as a windowsill, a doorknob, a balcony, above a well, on a bridge, on a crossroad, on a gate, etc. Leave it there overnight so that the spirits and fairies passing through the veil can bless it. Retrieve it on Beltane morning and thank the spirits out loud. At the next full moon, bury or burn your witch's ladder. The spell is complete. So some other suggestions that I found on things to rituals, well, not really rituals, but things to do for Beltane. One was give the gift of rose quartz. A lovely tradition is to give a piece of rose quartz to a person you love. The stone is thought to reduce anger, jealousy, and emotional negativity. Whether these emotions have crept into your relationship or you know someone who's struggling with them, rose quartz is called the love stone and is full of gentle and calming energy. 2. Meditate on the heart chakra. This day is full of love. Be sure you can experience all the joyous emotions associated with love. When your heart chakra is active and balanced, you become more compassionate, understanding, loving toward yourself and others, empathetic, and peaceful. 3. Spend time in nature. Each of the 8 Sabbaths are closely tied with what the seasons bring throughout the year. Go for a walk either by yourself or with your loved ones. Notice the little changes you can see. Are the leaves budding on trees and bushes? Are there flowers blooming? Is the grass greener? While you are out, you may wish to collect some signs of peak springtime. Try to only collect things that have already fallen from plants. If you must take something from a living plant, ask permission and thank the plant. Be sure to plant something new wherever you take something from nature. 4. Decorate your altar. During your nature walk, you may have collected some flowers and branches. If you did, you might use these to decorate your altar. Fill your altar with seasonal flowers. Hawthorn and birch trees are very important at this time of year. Use green cloth and ribbons wherever makes sense. Light red and green candles to represent love and growth. Burn earthy or floral incense. Number 5. Start a garden. Today is a great day to start plants for your garden. If you live closer to the equator, you may have already started a garden. The further north you go, the later you should start planting things outside. In some places, Beltane may still be too early to plant. You can always store seeds inside and take them out to plant in the soil once the threat of frost has passed. You might try growing a magical herb garden, a flower garden, or a vegetable garden. Whatever you plant, be sure to harness the magical, fertile, earthy energy of Beltane. 6. Find a maypole. Most people are familiar with the image of children holding colorful ribbons and weaving together a tapestry around a central pole. This tradition began as a fertility ritual, but it continues to present as a fun and festive activity to celebrate springtime. You'd be surprised how many places have maypole festivals. Snoop around in your community to see if there is an established ceremony. If not, maybe you could start one. Number 7. Sex. This is by no means a required activity to celebrate Beltane, but it is a fun way. If you have a willing partner in which to engage in sexual activities, Beltane is a wonderful time to participate, especially if you are trying to conceive a child. The world is filled with plant and animal sex. Why not human sex too? Under no circumstances should you feel obligated to have sex at Beltane. Number 8. Spend time with loved ones. The love energy of Beltane is not exclusive to romantic partnerships. Make sure to spend time with your family and friends too. Take a picnic to a nature area where you can see wildflowers and wildlife. Be sure to bring fresh, light food reminiscent of springtime. Number 9. Hand fasting. The ceremony of hand fasting is really beautiful. 2 people stand holding hands while another person wraps red ribbon around them. The ceremony symbolizes a commitment the 2 people have to one another. Once they remove the ribbon, they know they will stay together without having to have their hands tied. Hand fasting can be done for a romantic couple, friends, parents with children, or any two people who want to show how much they love each other. Bonus, acts of services. Bring flowers and fresh herbs to a neighbor. Plant a tree. Rehabilitate the bands of a stream. Clean up litter from an outdoor area. Or work in a community garden. Alright, also, I decided I'm going to do another DIY, and I am going to do a type of flower crown. I have a headband. It does have a football on it, but I'm going to cover it. I can't get it off. I have my glue gun, I have a piece of felt that I'm going to put inside here, and I have a bunch of different fake flowers that I'm going to add to it. So, let's see, is my glue gun ready? Hopefully, I don't need another glue stick. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a little bit of glue along the felt and just start and then just apply it to the headband. So I probably need to add a little bit more. And I'm just going to basically go around the whole inside of the headband with the felt. Try to spread the glue out a little bit. Just do it a little bit at a time. You can do any type of headband. Like I said, this is just one I ended up having on hand. I also have a plastic one somewhere. You could also make flower crowns different ways. There's be careful not to do that. The glue will stick to the paper towel. You can do flower crowns other ways. There's a bunch of different instructions. You can actually look on YouTube or on Pinterest on how to do flower crowns, you know, with floral wire and the flowers. I'm just using what I have on hand. And again, make sure you use something on your fingers to protect you from burning yourself with the hot glue. The only reason I'm not actually wrapping the felt all the way around is after I glue the flowers into it, or onto it, I'm going to trim the excess felt off of the headband. And don't mind my felt. I have freaking hair keeps sticking to it. So I'm just actually gonna get that. Alright. So that's the felt. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and trim some of the felt off now. So, because it'll be easier than... Oh, one of the reasons I put the felt on the underside of the headband is because I didn't want my hair tangled up in it. So I'm just taking my scissors and trimming down the felt. Alright, so now it has felt inside, and I'm going to glue the flowers in. I actually pre-thought out my design. I have some purple and some light, like a purplish blue color, and I also have this little piece that I kind of want to put in right here where the football is, but we'll see once I get there. That's going to be last. So I'm going to just start laying out my design so that I can, I think I want to do that one there, and then see. I ran out of these purple blues, so I have these, which I'm just going to glue these flowers inside here. Which, let me go ahead and do that. So I'm not wasting my glue while I'm waiting. And then just slide it in here. I'm probably going to skip this one on this side. Alright. More blue. Alright, I think I have it figured out. Alright, so I'm going to start on this side, gluing them in place. And I'm just alternating the blue and the purple. So I'm just going to run some glue, a little bit of glue. is not wanting to work right. Hold on. Right. So I'm gluing it upward. So we probably should do. So I have to be very careful and do this. So I'm going to do the glue on the flower. And then slide it down like that. There we go. So I'm just running a little bit of glue onto the stem part and then kind of working my way on the headband, lining up the flowers, making sure that they stay on without burning my fingers. I think what I probably should have done was when I work my way around going this way, and I do actually have a couple extra purples, so I'm gonna pull those out and double up on the purples, just to make it fuller. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and put 1, 2. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this blue. No. I'm going to go ahead and do an extra purple. And I'm just going to space it up just a little bit more because I'm kind of running out of room. I mean, kind of running out of flowers. So I kind of just move it up just a little bit, like that. Make sure it's on there, not sticking to everything else. There we go. I might have to go and find a little bit more flowers to complement and add in here. But at the moment, I'm just going to keep going. I think I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go in the opposite direction. No, same direction. Just slide that in there, like that. And then I'm going to do the other side. And I do have these I can stick in there. Feel in a minute. So I'm going to do this purple one. There we go. And then this blue one. I'm actually going to put glue on the headband for this one. And then pause and get another glue stick and grab a few more extra flowers to fill it up. I do, like I said, I do have these, but I need a couple little more flowers. So let me pause, grab a glue stick and some more flowers, and I will be right back. Alright, y'all. So I got a glue stick in, and I grabbed some more flowers. I don't really have any more glue. These two blue ones are the only ones I have left of that. So, I do have some more purple that I can use to fill in, which is fine. That's what's going to be the plan anyways. So I'm just going to go in and do the glue on the stem. Try not to burn my fingers, and just kind of fill in the places that I left open space. And I wasn't smart. I didn't grab a chopstick or anything to push down on the hot glue. Make sure your petals are out of the way so they don't end up sticking. Stripping. Just gonna do it here. There we go. Yeah, that one didn't stick very good. Let me go back in. Unscrew on that side. I'm just going to add more on this side. Nope, nope, nope. Come on, stay. Just add one more on this side. There we go. Pushing that down a little bit so it stays. Alright. And then I gotta go back in and fill in this spot right here. I don't know what it is about my office that stirs up my allergies. But maybe I need to clean my ceiling fan. See if I can't get this to stay. And look at that. And I just have to finish by doing that one little spot to cover the football. And I think I want to do, actually I'm going to add in this little piece. And then I'm going to do the other little flower that I have. Cut that down a little bit. And glue that in the center like that. Alright, and then I'm going to glue this in here. Let's see if I can do this without making a mess. Ouch. And I'm burning myself. And I don't know if I want to put this in here or not. Let me see. Well, that came off. Let me fix that. Push down on that so it'll stay. Go on here. There we go. Yes, I'm using my scissors to press down on the hot glue. Alright. And then I want to see if I can't stick you in here somewhere. Alright. This will work. I'm going to bend this piece around and onto the headband, and it'll blend into the flowers. And I'm probably going to try to do this one on the other side. Right around the football area, which I will show y'all close up soon. one is I just stick this glue in here. Just stick you right on top of that. A little bit more at the bottom here. There we go. I'm going to unplug the glue gun. There we go. Go ahead and stick you somewhere in here. Since I already got you out, I'm going to put you in the bottom here. Alright. Alright, while that's drying, let me show you. Let me put you a little bit. There we go. Right. See the little additions I added? There's like a little light lavender piece. And then this is that one piece that I was going to put where the football is. Okay. Here is my little flower crown. And let me set my phone up. And I will put it on. You should be able to see me. Could do it. This way. Oh, make sure you clear glue strands. Or maybe, let me do it. Let me do it this way. So, this way, sitting on top, like that. And that is my flower crown for May Day. Here, let me take my hair down to get the full effect. There we go. And that is the second DIY. Watching, do y'all have any questions? Like I said, I will be editing this video to add in some DIYs. I'm going to do the maypole for an altar, and I'm going to do an example of the witch's ladder. Like I said, I was charging my phone, so I forgot to grab the supplies to do them during the video. And then I will upload it to the House of Sage and Lavender YouTube channel. And so next week, next Monday topic is going to be on birthday magic, because not this Saturday, but next Saturday on the 9th is my birthday, and I decided that that would be a fun topic to do, while I get ready to create a birthday altar. Alright, if there's no questions, I am going to go ahead and end this so that I can be able to go to YouTube, because a live is supposed to be happening here in like a minute. So oh, I will also link on the video on YouTube in the description my Pinterest board that has all the different ideas I have saved. There's a lot of different things that I did not include in this video, so Until next time, like, comment, and subscribe.